Let me tell you about a story of me. I grew up on a planet called Titan. Titan was a beautiful place, filled with life. But like all life, it was coming to an end. Our supplies, resources, food were running short. I offered a solution: wipe out half the population in order to save the other half. A random few, not to be discriminative. But they didn't listen, called me a madman. And as I foresaw, Thanos ceased to be a survivor. And so now, I wanted to save other planets from dealing with the same suffering I have. So, for a while, I drove from planet to planet, wiping out half the population and saving the other. Until one day, I met a young girl named Gamora. She was part of the planet I was eradicating. And so she was looking for her mother. And so I helped her. But I didn't help her find her mother. I helped her find her father. I showed her the dagger that I gave her. Later, showed her that if there was too much weight on one side, too much on the other, it'd all fall. And then she tried it. But as that happened, she saw the other half of her population getting killed. So I decided to not let her see, and she witnessed it, her successfully balancing the blade. Then later, I met Loki, the silk-form god of mischief. He was the adversary to test out Earth. So Earth, he tested. I gave him the scepter, unknowingly known that I had the Mind Stone that I desperately needed later in my journey. And he went to Earth using the Tesseract, holding the Space Stone that I needed later, and gave him my army to wield. And now he was very successful until a guy with an iron suit launched the missile at me and my army, and Loki was captured. So I went on to search and found out the Infinity Stones are what to help me reach my goal. So now I was on a search for that. I asked Ronan the Accuser to find the Power Stone for me, but as usual, he denied and used the Power Stone for himself. But then was defeated by a gang of members called the Guardians of the Galaxy, with its so-called dance-off. Then I went to Novalir to get a weapon to hold the power, the Infinity Gauntlet, made of Uru metal. I asked the 300 dwarves to do it, and the leader, that looked like Peter Dinklage, surprisingly, he did it. But when he was done, I wiped out his population, all of his population. And then I stole his hands, told him, your life is yours, but your hands, they're mine. Then I went kid searching. I got the Power Stone from the Nova Core. was surprisingly easy to get the Power Stone. Probably more than it was some of the other stones. I hijacked an Asgardian ship. Then the force of Loki that gave the stone to earlier. He was on that ship. He tricked me to getting hit by a green beast called the Hulk. But I easily took care of him with the Power Stone on me. And then I stole the Power Stone from him, the Space Stone from him, and killed him for trying to kill me. And used the Space Stone to get out of here before the Asgardian ship blew up. And then I went on a search for the Reality Stone. Luckily, it was in nowhere. A whole world made out of a dead god's head. I ended up getting counted by the band of misfits that happened to have my daughter that I killed Ronan earlier. And now and so I had to take my daughter away because I needed a Soul Stone now, because I tricked them with the Reality Stone, thinking that they would have won. And then I had to go to Molivir after she told me, finding out that there was such a great sacrifice I had to make. The life of the one I loved. No matter how hard it hurt me, I had to do it. I ignored my destiny once. This point in time, I cannot do the same. So I grabbed her arm and lunged her off the cliff. And then I got the Soul Stone, waking up in the water. Then I went to Titan, where I told Maul to meet me. Then I met a guy who was sitting down. I told him about the story of my home planet and told him why I want him. I told him what I can do is not genocide. It's mercy. Then the same guy in the iron suit came down and smashed a piece of Titan's home buildings on me. Luckily I was able to destroy him. They fought well. They even got me pinned to where they almost got the gauntlet off. But then the boyfriend of my daughter that I recently killed hit me in the head for finding out that I had to kill her. I grabbed the gauntlet from an insect that nearly pulled it off, put it back on, and fought them. Tony Stark was a worthy adversary, but all he did was for a drop of blood. I nearly killed him, but then Doctor Strange so gallantly gave me the Time Stone, and then I was off to get the Mind Stone. When I got there, I witnessed all of his friends fighting for him, and then his loved one smiting, destroying the Mind Stone. But there was no match. I had the Time Stone, so I reversed the time, bringing it back, and stole the Soul Stone from him. And when I made the Mind Stone from him, and when I finally had all 6 stones, the mighty Thor came out and launched the axe right into my chest, and said, "You told me I told you, you die for that." And as I was dying, I said, "You should have gone for the head." And then snapped my fingers, and at that, half the population ceased to exist. At least until the next movie. But for you, my friend, I'll grant you something even better. The time to finally be able to sleep. Because sleep is more important, is what keeps life going. Now, when I snap my fingers, you will fall asleep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.